The proposition side of this debate believes that gun use in America has gotten out of hand and gun control needs to be implemented, and it does not violate the Second Amendment. Guns have caused so many deaths in America that the death rate by firearms is 10.54. That's higher than France, Canada, Belgium, and Bulgaria combined. Some major events in and out of the U.S. have further influenced the topic of gun control in our country, and we believe it is time to take action. This brings me to our first point. Mass shootings have caused deaths in over 1,450 people in the U.S. alone in 2015. Just last week, the Saints football player was shot and killed, and his wife was injured after a car accident. This has gone too far. If there were gun control, it would have been one less life lost. Through February of this year, 45 mass shootings have occurred. One of the recent ones took place in Kalamazoo, Michigan, when a Uber driver went on a rampage and killed 6 people as well as injuring another person. As most of you know, in late 2015, 16 people were killed and many more injured in San Bernardino when a terrorist attack occurred. In Colorado, 12 were killed and 62 were injured when a shooter opened up during a midnight premiere of The Dark Knight Rises. The point is, this can be majorly prevented if gun control is implemented in this country. Most of these mass shootings were committed with high-caliber rifles or shotguns. The shooters acquired the gun either by buying them for self-defense or hunting reasons, but there was a different meaning behind the purchase. It is so easy for anyone to get guns these days. All you need is a license, clean record, and or someone with a clean record to get a gun for you, and then you're all set. This must change. This brings me to my second point. School shootings may be less common than public mass shootings, but they usually have an equal or higher death rate. The most recent one, in North Carolina alone, since the start of 2014, there have been 5 separate school shootings. The most recent one being on November 1st, 2015, when 1 person was killed and 1 was injured. The 2 most memorable ones in this nation have been Sandy Hook Elementary and Columbine High School. Combined, these 2 shootings left 38 people dead, 20 of them under the age of 9. All the deaths were caused by just 2 people. Again, these people had no trouble getting these guns. The 2 Columbine shooters just simply bought the gun. The Sandy Hook shooter simply got them from his own mother. If there were some kind of gun control that restricted purchases of guns for mentally ill or criminals, then there would have been 38 less people dead right now. In Sandy Hook specifically, this man had such a mental health problem that he thought it would be okay for him to take 3 guns from his mom, proceed to kill his own mom, and then 25 other people along with her. Most of them were kindergartners. There can't be any guns being sold to people like him anymore. In Columbine, there were no major mental health problems, but the amount of firearms and ammunition they purchased was so irregular that it would have raised some kind of concerns.
Like you just said, the person who stole the guns from his mom, he didn't purchase them. So what you're saying is irrelevant.
I don't think what I'm saying is irrelevant. I'm saying it's.
But you just said guns can't be sold to those type of people, but he didn't he didn't purchase the gun. He took it from his mother and murdered his mother.
I didn't say they were sold to him. I said they shouldn't
You
be
did
sold.
say they were sold to him.
I said they shouldn't sell them to
Read the
people
paragraph.
like him, not directly to him. People like him.
Well, how are you going to reference to someone who didn't purchase the gun?
That's a good point.
I know it is.
None of these events would have happened if there were gun control that limited the purchases of guns in some way.
Universal background checks would not be necessary and would violate our Second Amendment rights. It would be not effective and worth the financial cost. States with an increase in gun ownership have a decrease in violent crimes. As the gun ownership has doubled during the 20th century, the amount of violent crimes has declined. Gun control laws, they deny people of a sense of safety. The results from a Pew Research survey show that 61% of men and 56% of women say it would be hard to protect their families with stricter gun laws. Gun control laws do not stop criminals from obtaining guns and breaking laws, criminals still find out a way to get the guns illegally or from a friend or family member. Out of 62 mass shootings in the United States from 1982 to 2012, 49 of the shooters used legally obtained firearms that they got from someone they knew. In all, 143 guns were used by the killers, with about 75% legally obtained. Gun control is not needed because educating people about gun safety will work better to prevent deaths. It's not about teaching people whether they are good or bad. It's about teaching people how to safely use them and be around them. Gun control efforts have not been effective. Banning high-capacity magazines does not change the fact that magazines can be switched in seconds. These do not affect the murder or robbery rates as much as you think it would. The financial cost of adding a universal background check would be very high and will not be worth it overall. It can only find existing criminals, but it will not detect someone who in the future will commit a crime involving firearms. If there were universal background checks that were forced upon a citizen trying to purchase a firearm, it would violate the Second Amendment because it gives the government the power to deny innocent citizens the right to bear arms to protect themselves.